All right, it's recording.
Okay, let's do it.
Cool. Hello, guys. Welcome to World According to Who? And today we have Megan.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having
Yeah.
me.
Oh man, super excited. Megan and I, we met a couple weeks ago
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the real estate rooftop party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was so funny. We were just standing there and you just came right on up to us and I
Yeah.
loved it,
yeah,
as you should.
yeah. And then at the time you were telling me that you do a lot of stuff,
A lot of stuff.
including mindset coaching,
Marketing, just all the things.
Yeah, tell us more.
Yeah, so, well, I have a really diverse background in marketing and sales. And then about a year and a half ago, well, it's almost 2 years, I went off and started into like the entrepreneurship world and I started doing online fitness coaching. And then in January last year, so it's been about a year, I pivoted into mindset coaching. But on the side of all that, I still do like marketing, freelancing. I'm getting into Airbnb and just all the things. So I like not having my eggs in one basket. It makes life more fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes life more fun. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
So what's your college background or
It's marketing.
marketing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I have minors in business and communication. But I don't know if you feel this way. I love education, but I feel like I didn't learn much in school. I learned through like internships and like actually doing it. So
High five.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, in college, I ran for student body president, and I ran a yoga club, the internship at the city council, and United Nations and human resources. And so I agree with you. I feel I learn more outside classrooms. So much more. It's so
Yeah.
much more fun.
Yeah.
Because you get to practice with what you learn. Yeah.
Do you learn by doing or do you learn by, I feel like there's different learning styles. I feel like there's like doing, like actually sitting down and learning. What else is there? There's definitely a few more. How do you learn?
I think there are people who learn by listening.
Yeah.
There are people who learn by visual. There's people who learn by maybe reading books. And I personally learn by doing. I'm more of a doing, practicing type of learning style. I like to read quotes. I have a leadership quotes group on Facebook. We have like over 60,000 members, and when I read a quote, I reflect with what I learned today. So I do a lot of journaling on a daily basis.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to have the quotes in our life. That is just, I feel like it just hits different. Do you know The Daily Stoic, the book?
Daily Stoic.
Yeah. It's basically you read, it's like a page every 365 days. You're supposed to read one page every day, and it's different, like Buddhism quotes and just kind of like life knowledge, life wisdom.
Yeah.
I feel like you would like it.
I think so. Yeah. I read a lot of quotes on a daily basis. And one of the reasons I started this podcast, man, this is hot. Take this off.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to take off the headphone too.
Yeah.
And turn on the AC.
Right.
So one of the reasons I got inspired to start the podcast is I meet a lot of people on a regular basis. And I listen to a lot of interesting stories. I wanted to share that with the audience. On Leadership Quotes, I ask one question when people who wanted to participate in the group is, what is one advice that you will give to your younger self?
Best question.
So over the years, I see a lot of great like wisdoms and insights. And so I'm thinking like, why not turn that into a podcast where people can listen to other people's life stories and gain so much wisdom out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like going back to the learning thing, I learn by hearing people's stories.
Oh, okay.
So I'm more drawn to hearing about someone on a podcast, hearing their story, maybe if it's like similar to me or like where I want to go, and implementing it and seeing, oh, maybe that could work for me too. Like the way they did it, because everyone's story is so different. Obviously not taking from their story because, you're your own person. You're unique. Every story is so different.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. How I look at it is everybody have their strength and weaknesses. That person's strength may not be your strength. And you wanted to learn that quality so you can seek help or learn from that person. And then, but that person's quality may not be exactly what you wanted. Like that person's life may not be exactly how you want your life to be.
Yeah.
But there's always things to learn from every individual. And so this is pretty fun. Like,
yeah.
Talking to people from all different kind of backgrounds.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy because I feel like I do some business coaching with my clients. It just, I mean, I discovered this along the way just with the life coaching, but turns out every single person I worked with, they're like, I want to start a business. So, implemented some business coaching into it. And they kind of get hung up on the niche question of like, who's my target audience? Who am I niching down to? And I believe you are the niche because people want to work with you for you. Your story is your own story. There is no one story alike, and even if it is alike, there's something different about it. Yeah, everyone's just super unique. So I love that you have that Facebook group. That's amazing. And sharing stories.
Sharing stories.
That's why podcasting's so fun. It's just a conversation talking about
I agree.
stories and
Talk
life.
about anything.
Yeah, literally anything. It could be anything you want.
Yeah. So what will be one advice that you give to your younger self? And how old are you right now?
I'm 26.
26.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say to a young Meagan, a 13-year-old Meagan, a 12-year-old Meagan?
Yeah. It's funny because I got asked this last week on a podcast. It's like one of my favorite questions.
Got asked that question last week.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like I want to make a series on this. I just love it. I would say everything's just going to be okay. That's what I said last week. That's what I'm saying this week. I feel like even last night I was like journaling on something I'm moving through. It's hard. It's not fun. And I just know, like, looking back, even in my present self and everything that I've gone through, it's like everything will be okay and everything happens for a reason. I was also watching a video. It's kind of like a puzzle piece. Like, everything in your life is kind of like a puzzle piece, and then you look back and you see that puzzle piece make sense, and then it fits into the puzzle. So that's what I would say to my younger self, and that's what I would say to myself right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just all going to be okay, no matter what. I actually made a TikTok video one time on that, and I got a lot of backlash because sometimes I don't put disclaimers, like stir the pot a little bit. I got some nasty comments from that where it was like dark things, like people.
Social media.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I know that's going to happen, but sometimes even from those really dark things, like you look back on it and be like, okay, that made sense. That made sense in my life at the time to lead me to where I am now. It's kind of like the rags to riches stories.
Got it.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
But it could go either way.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's so much wisdom I love to share. And I feel like that's probably the number one thing I would say. It's like we can stress out about wherever we are in this moment, but it's there for a reason. It teaches us a lesson, and that it's a blessing in disguise, probably.
Yeah, I feel like every challenge in life can be a valuable lesson if we have the courage to face the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, when I was in my teenager years, I have experienced some challenges because coming to America, not speaking any English, and got placed in 4th grade. And teacher did not really teacher had me sit in the back of the class to play computer games and not, participate in the classroom learning. And during exam time, she had me copy test answers from another student in order to promote me to 5th grade.
Oh, wow.
And so 4th grade to 5th grade, and 5th grade, that teacher did this. One of the teachers did the same. And so I got promoted to junior high and then high school, but my academic was not, catching up with that grade level. So this part of me at that time, I was dealing with this anxiety because I'm someone who likes to do well in life. I care about my life. And I was a good student back in China. High school, I was high school chess champion. Like, I have the ambition to do well in life.
Right.
And but there was a struggle to achieve, to catch up. And so that leads to the frustration and aggression. Got into some fights in school, and then later on, I actually did really focus on working on myself. Transferred to a second high school, and I remember I was like, I determined I'm gonna do well. And so the second high school is different than the traditional high school. It's kind of like what we talked about early podcast. There's internships. And there are classes that you can take based on your interest, but you get the credit for the subject.
Right.
Let's say gym. My gym was one, I go to the fitness center myself. I just clock in, and then I do all my workout. I clock out. I don't need to meet any teacher. I just do my own workout. And then other credit will be going to the Art of Living Center back in New York City.
Okay.
It's yoga.
Fun.
Oh, so I got introduced to yoga.
Yeah.
And that's where I earn my gym credits.
Okay.
And so life just become fun.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I went to college, and that's where I built my momentum. Yeah, in the feeling of achievement, and then I ran a yoga club.
Oh my
yoga club
gosh.
for like 2 years. I'm still in touch with my cabinet members.
Aw,
yeah,
that's
and
sweet.
when I go back to New York, I catch up with them for lunch. And last time I went back, I was having lunch with them, and it was a really good time to catch up with them. And then I ran for student body president. And so one thing I shared with a friend recently, Jahan, she asked me, what is one word for 2024? That was actually, I was thinking like, oh, what is one word? I brought up momentum. And there is positive momentum, and there's also the dark side of momentum.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure. Yeah.
I agree. Now, when you're working on towards positive momentum, you don't need to achieve like, this amount right away. You don't have to. But you work on it slowly, one step at a time, one day at a time. And then over time, it becomes like snowball, and it becomes easier and easier.
Yeah.
You just have to take the action and move forward. And don't be stuck at the same spot. Yeah. When you're stuck in the same spot, sometimes shit go into your head, and then you start to go spiral into like analysis paralysis, and that can lead you to depressing thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm actually just coming out of one of those, honestly. And it's like, better, like take the messy action. I would say that's my middle name, messy action. But sometimes you do get caught in that loop, and it's not a fun place to be. You just got to do something, like get the momentum going and keep it up, but in a healthy way, like you mentioned.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I would say, what's your word for 2024?
Momentum.
Oh, wait, sorry. Oh, God, I thought, whoa, hold on. I thought you said that was someone else's.
Oh yeah, that was my
That was your, geez Louise.
Unsubscribe her, by the way. Do it right now. Otherwise, it's too late.
Oh my God. Maybe I just got caught in analysis paralysis of what? I don't know.
It's okay. We're just having fun.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I actually didn't really pick one this year. Usually I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I don't usually pick those words.
Yeah.
She happens to be there and asks me what is my word for this year, so I had to think of something.
Right.
And that's what I brought up, momentum.
Yeah.
There are other words that I really like. There's another thing I do with my closer friends. Is I will ask them, what do they think of my strength and weaknesses are?
Oh, what do they say? If you want to share.
Do you wanna take a guess first, and then I'll share with you?
Well, I feel like maybe it would be momentum as like a part of it, or just like you're really ambitious and go after your goals as a strength. Maybe a weakness, I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know what it would be. I'm not sure.
So I talk to quite a few friends.
Yeah.
Pretty consistently, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a way for me to also learn about myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what we talked about earlier, people have different views.
Right.
You don't really necessarily take their one person's view and say, oh, that is who I am. Because that person thinks that's who I am.
Yeah.
No, we learn it from different people.
Right.
And sometimes we as an individual, we might experience blunder because we think, oh, this is who I am, you know.
Yeah.
But then, are you really is this really who you are?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Lots of question asking.
Right? Yeah, so confidence, courageous, assertive, not afraid to speak my mind. Leadership, social skill. Those tend to be almost everybody's answer.
Yeah.
Weakness or area of improvement.
Sure.
Because sometimes area of improvement sounds a little bit nicer.
Yeah, it's like constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. I would say, and they also say, like, aggression.
Okay.
Aggression can be a passion.
Yeah.
If you know how to manage your aggression.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, if your aggression comes out, like if you want to beat somebody up, then it might lead to some consequences.
Yeah.
But if you use your as the energy to work on your goals, on yourself, it can be a very, very powerful thing. Not everybody has that kind of passion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I love all that.
What about you?
I would
What's
say
your word for this year?
So, yeah, I didn't really actually make one. If I had to think about it right now, I actually have these two tattoos on me. Excuse my nails, they keep popping off.
Did you just, you got it like written back on a pen, or is it
a tattoo? These are tattoos.
Oh, surrender. So wait, that is not a tattoo. That look like two dots.
It washed away.
Tattoo wash away.
It literally, look at it.
What a bootleg tattoo you got there.
I got it a month
You got it from those
ago.
like those stickers on the.
No, it's like an actual. It's okay. So this one, I was in Bali, and I was at a launch party thing at a bar, and I saw they had a tattoo artist. I'm like, oh, bet I'm getting a tattoo. I didn't even have this one planned. Huh?
Were you drunk? No.
I was a little tipsy. But I love little tattoos. I have a few of them.
Yeah.
So this is what came up for me, surrender. I feel like that's my word for 2024 because I have a hard time of letting go of things, like a very hard time. And I feel like I just hold on to things when I don't, like when it's kind of past due and it blocks me sometimes. So something I really want to work on is surrender and just surrendering to whatever this year brings me. And then this, you can't see it anymore.
Dots?
Yeah, it says inspire, so I need to get it touched up. I was in a cacao ceremony in Costa Rica a month and a half ago, literally.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm a full-time traveler. So did we not talk about this? Okay.
You say you live on a street or something.
Oh my God. I live out of my backpack and I travel all over the world. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I used to live in San Diego for the past 3.5 years. And in October I sold everything. And I left. So it's been 3 months of this journey, so I'm pretty new to it, but yeah, I don't live here anymore.
That's exciting.
I mean,
having a venture.
Yeah, so I traveled so far to Costa Rica. I spent 2 months in Bali. I was in Costa Rica for 2 weeks, and then I've been in the States for like a month and a half traveling all over for the holidays. I've been back here for 2 weeks because I hosted a retreat for my business. And yeah, I'm going to Central America next in a few weeks.
Well, pretty adventurous.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of navigating how do I want to do this because it's really exhausting. There's a lot of highs and lows.
Yeah.
A lot.
I would think so.
And I think what I'd ideally like to do is come back here for like a month or two and then go travel for like a few months. Come back because this is home.
Family's home.
I'm not
Family's here.
No, I'm from Maryland.
Maryland.
But,
okay.
you know, this...
Man, a lot of mosquitoes over there.
I know.
We'll go over there during summertime.
But, you know when you get to a place and you're like, this is home. Like, this is where... This is the place that makes me happy. This is where my people are. That's San Diego for me. I love this place so much. I miss it.
There's nothing not liked about San Diego. Man,
No.
the climate here is so comfortable. It's like God's AC every single day.
Yeah, you can have your windows open, no bugs come in.
I mean, look at what I'm wearing. I'm wearing like shorts.
Yeah.
I'm wearing sandals.
It's actually a nice day today.
Nice day today.
Yeah. It's kind of cold in the winters.
Yeah.
It really is. And we're actually kind of soft and sensitive, but it's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Sensitive people.
Yeah, we're sensitive. I don't know. What is it? It's like 60 something degrees right now.
Yeah.
That's
For
cold.
me, as a New Yorker, you know, I grew up in New York City. Yeah. It's so comfortable out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, New York around this time, we're dealing with like teens right now.
Oh my gosh.
Blizzard,
I don't miss it.
snowstorm, you know, all those stuff. And then I lived in Salt Lake City for 5.5 years. Lots of snow.
But it's so beautiful out
It
there.
is beautiful. Yeah, it is beautiful. Except the air quality is not that beautiful.
Oh, it's not?
Air quality is shitty.
Oh,
it's
man.
one of the worst in the nation.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Summertime, we got the wildfire in California.
Oh, sure.
So it goes to Utah, and Utah has a lot of mountains over there.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of that, man, yeah, we're like, the sky is red. And I checked the app for air quality at that day. You know, not every day Utah is like that.
Mm-hmm.
Normally Utah is great air quality.
Mm-hmm.
But those few days, man, it was like top 5 in the world. And then wintertime, when it's cold, the bad air gets suppressed,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're breathing in like those car engine smoke, and so it looks foggy outside. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually not foggy. It's actually the smog.
Okay.
You're breathing in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you drive up like that, you live in the valley, and you drive up to Park City, and you look down, it's like a cloud, but it's not a cloud.
Okay.
It's actually pollution that we're breathing in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've only been there. I was there this time last year for the first time.
Okay.
So just for a quick weekend trip.
Okay,
so I
yeah.
wish I knew.
Yeah. No, not
it was
all the time.
awesome.
Yeah. Once in a while.
Yeah.
Once in a while. Yeah. When the air quality is bad, people buy like their purifier in their home.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I had
it's
no
a big
idea.
deal. Like, I almost ran for mayor in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was planning on it, right?
Wow.
And people who run for office in Salt Lake City,
Mm-hmm.
yep, that is like their top 3 platform. Reason why?
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Not
I feel
me.
like my camera's a little crooked.
I know. Good thing you can do a little twisty twist,
Twisty,
a little
yeah.
croppy.
Yeah. I wonder, yeah, it should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. People need to
Just do, yeah. Like we don't need to be straight all the time. I mean, you can be like me. I have a little scoliosis. Just like bend a little bit. Just kidding. Please don't do that. It's a thing though.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
But yeah, life is fun. We're
Yeah.
we're inspiring, we're surrendering, we're traveling.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Surrender.
Yeah.
Do you want to share a little bit more why surrender?
It's like why that tattoo or just why?
That tattoo, and why, did you experience something made you want to share, have that tattoo?
Honestly, like I don't know. I feel like I plan my tattoos. Like I like to wait a little bit before I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I want that one. I decided within 5 minutes. I was sitting in the bar. I'm like, what do I want? And I don't know. That's what came to me. But I feel like it's just something really important in my life that I'm trying to work on always. Like just letting go.
Letting go.
Yeah. Like last night I kind of mentioned like, everything will be okay. Like just
Right.
moving through something that has been so hard to let go of the past 6 months. And it's like, surrender to it. Because then it's like when you let go of one thing, when you surrender one thing, you can break through and call.
It is recording. I'm just like
Okay,
checking,
good.
like, okay, what if
Yeah.
like we talk for like half hour, it's not recording?
Oh my God, that would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it's like when you let go of one thing, when you surrender one thing, you're closing one door and having another door open.
Right.
And it's so, I mean, I don't know if you feel that way, but it's very true in my life. When
Got it.
one chapter closes, another amazing one opens.
Yeah.
And that is just something I really want to practice. I think it just takes a long time for me sometimes for it to kind of catch on and be like, okay, I need to like surrender and let go of this thing because it's not serving me anymore.
Sure. Makes sense.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's like, you know, when you hear certain things and you hear from other people, multiple people, and it just doesn't catch on, but then you hear from one person, maybe 10 times later, and it just hits for you.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I feel like that's kind of how I feel with surrendering. Like it takes multiple times for me to finally just get it and surrender. I feel like I'm not one to just be like, poof, let it go, surrender, gone. It takes a little bit for me. Yeah.
What are some other words for surrender that you will relate to that tattoo?
Yeah, I would say release, let go.
Okay.
Let go is probably the biggest one.
Emotionally letting go.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah, I feel like those two are the good words for it.
Emotionally.
What about you? Do you have any other words to add?
To add to the surrender?
Yeah.
Move on.
Move on.
Move
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I am too. I just think it takes some time.
Yeah.
We're getting better.
I think everybody we have our strengths. I think moving on is not a big, it's something I'm able to do pretty easily. However, when I was in Salt Lake City, and at that time was planning to move or stay, you know, I had 2 properties in Salt Lake City at the time, Airbnb, and my question to myself was, do I stay here? I have my business here, my community, and I was planning to run for office. Do I stay here or move somewhere new, brand new? And at that time, I wasn't even sure where to move. I was debating between Oahu or San Diego.
Why were you thinking of leaving?
Weather.
Oh, okay.
Weather.
Just the weather?
Just the weather.
Really?
Just the weather.
That is so interesting.
Yeah, I know. I'm like so crazy.
No, I feel that though.
I mean, like, I love
it makes a
going
difference.
outside, going for a walk, and also a part of me is like, if I stay in Salt Lake City, yeah, I have my career, but I'm not really enjoying the hot summer and the cold winter. Summer is 103 degrees. I gotta be staying in the AC. Wintertime is cold, and it's freezing temperature. I want to be somewhere that's comfortable. I could just like lay on the beach, you know, just hang out, just chill, and just be comfortable. Because life is too short. That was the thought got me to thinking to move. Yeah, and I went through a phase of this analysis paralysis. It wasn't not like unable to let go. It was like not sure which decision to make. I hit the crossroad. It was like a crossroad I experienced. Do I stay or do I move somewhere new? And then I will write the pros and cons for each moving or staying. Pros and cons. And then I try to evaluate them by points. But then they happen to be the same amount of point. They both seem good. Just don't know which one to choose.
So how'd you get over that hump?
Eventually, we just like pull the trigger, sell the house.
Yeah.
Once I sold the house, easy.
Yeah.
I made the move.
Yeah. I had that feeling too, but and then it's like you can just keep in the back of your mind, you can always go back.
Not doing that.
Not doing that.
Yeah.
If you really needed to, but like always moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I moved to San Diego, once I like decided, everything's easy.
Yeah.
I moved to San Diego. I mean, meeting people, it's no problem, right? Just go to events and just meet tons of people. And then now I'm an event organizer in San Diego.
Yeah.
So I host like 2-3 events per week. So I meet a lot of people on a daily basis. I attend events, and so it's that part is so easy. Meeting people is so easy. I'm sure for you too. It's like you're traveling all over.
Yeah.
For you to meet people is probably very easy as well.
It's so easy.
So easy.
Especially if you're thinking about moving to San Diego, very, very easy. Very easy. It might take a second to find your core people, but meeting people and making friends is incredibly easy here.
Yeah, super easy.
I feel like it took me, right off the bat, I had like 3 different friend groups that were all great friends, but finding my actual people, I think it took me like a year.
Got it. Okay.
And that's
How
okay.
important is it for you to find your actual people, your core people?
It's so important, and I think that's a big challenge I've been facing with the traveling, and it's kind of been making me a little sad, not gonna lie, is because everyone's so temporary.
Yes.
But you meet really great people. I've met amazing people traveling full time, but they don't stay. And but it's people you can have a connection with for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But building a community, staying in a community, which is why I'm sometimes sad about leaving San Diego, because I had an amazing community here of people of this place. I used to do events here too. It's hard to leave, for sure. It's hard to give that up, but just knowing that you can build a better community wherever you go. And it's, what is this quote? It's like, you haven't met all the people that are going to love you yet. And I kind of feel that way with community too. But yeah, it's important to have your people and people you can lean on, and they can lean on you and for support and just grow together.
Sure.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like I try to build an online community. I did a little bit in the past with my business, but I kind of stopped it a little bit. Like, you have your Facebook community, which is freaking amazing. But in person, it's so much better. It really is.
Yeah. In person with mine will be through the meetup events
Mm-hmm.
that I host. And now I see a lot of similar faces all the time.
Yeah.
Whether they come to my hiking events
Mm-hmm.
or we do the morning coffee and mingle. This week we have a few. I'm hosting a speed dating event. I'm postponing that because I'm
Oh my God,
flying
can I
back to New
come?
York City. Huh?
I want to go.
You wanna come?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I've never done that before.
Oh, never.
No.
Yeah, you're welcome to.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah. So I just do the facilitating part.
Okay.
And then I have people like sign up, about 30, sign up, 15 men, 15 women,
Mm-hmm.
and then pair up, each get a piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
pen, and then write their name on the top, their phone number next to it, and then the first person that they meet, they write their name on the side.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of that 5 minutes speed dating, they would decide whether it's a yes or it's a no.
Ooh.
Yeah. So at the end, I collect everyone's paper,
Uh-huh.
and then when I get a chance, I match them. If
Okay.
they get a match, then I send out the phone numbers out.
That's so fun.
Yeah. So it's it's interacting. It's having fun,
Yeah.
getting to know people.
It's like
face to face.
organic dating apps with the matching part, but
Yeah.
it's better,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah. It's social.
Yeah.
Social.
Yes.
Rather than just swiping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah. I mean, I did a social experiment a couple years ago. I found a picture just randomly online of a pretty girl,
Mm-hmm.
and then I create a Tinder and a Facebook
You were catfishing?
for 2 days. Social experiment. And man, what is it like to be a woman in the dating world? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like this woman, she'll get like tons of swipes.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then there's all different kind of guys just like using different strategies and methods to talk to her.
It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
It's
And then
unfortunate,
on
but whatever.
Facebook, she will get tons of friend requests, messages, tons, man. I got overwhelmed after 2 days. So I deleted that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
quite interesting.
It's a lot.
What is it like to be a woman today in the dating world?
Oh my
Sort of,
gosh.
yeah.
I just got back into that. So I'm 6 months single. It sucks. It sucks, but
What
it's
are you using?
I use Hinge, and I actually met my ex-partner from Hinge when I first moved out here. He was my first ever Hinge date, so it does work. And I know a lot of people that have met their partner on Hinge, including my sister and a lot of my friends. It works. It's actually really good out here, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, you get those flooded messages. Sometimes it's just cheesy pickup lines that are not good. But I personally can tell if you're like on the apps and someone has like good banter with you, and I'm a really like sarcastic person.
Banter?
Yeah, like
Oh, no.
banter, like good chit chat.
Chit chat.
Yeah. And I'm really goofy. So if someone can just like put that in texting form, I can tell, okay, I think you'll probably be like that in person too, and I like that. But it's hard, and I just feel like nowadays people don't take it seriously. Like I personally am someone who only wants long term. I don't really care for casual dating.
All right, listen up, guys. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
she's looking for. All right.
No I mean, like
If you want to get in contact with her, like send me a Venmo, $50
Yeah.
per person, and then we'll talk. All right?
yeah, send them the Venmo, not me,
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's hard if you're someone who wants that long term and doesn't seek that casual relationship or dating, and a lot of people just don't do that nowadays. But obviously, you need to connect with that person, and I don't know. I'm just a believer that your person will come when the time is right, when they're meant for you, no matter what stage of life you're in, I guess. Yeah. I love love. It's hard. It's hard to be dating when you love it that much.
Love what?
Love. I love love.
Love.
Love love.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fun though.
It's not fun.
No, after like,
You're overwhelmed.
yeah,
Yeah.
after like almost 3 years of just not dating and then going back into it again,
Yeah.
It's not fun. I haven't really had Hinge that long. I just just re-downloaded it not too long ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like keeping to myself, and if you meet someone, great. Organically, that would be awesome.
Will be pretty cool.
And it's possible. Hasn't happened to me in a while, but it's possible. What's your take on it?
I don't use dating apps.
Yeah. Or just dating in general.
Dating apps.
Like
Huh?
dating in general, like flipping it to you.
Oh. More specific question?
I don't know. Like, is it hard? What are your views on it? Like dating nowadays, I guess.
Well, I don't know. I find it really fun.
It is fun.
I find it really fun flirting with girls. Yeah.
I feel like I'm
very
getting to that.
I'm very comfortable talking to people, and so, and it's easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy the flirting part. I really like it. And sometimes, like 2 weeks ago, I was at the bar in PB by myself. I was playing chess, online chess by myself, at the bar called Tavern, next to the dog.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was just there, and then two people, they were on a date, they came over, and then the woman, like 3 minutes later, she started talking to me. She's a little drunk. And then she wrote notes on a piece of paper. She took out a notepad, like Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues.
Oh my gosh.
Notepad. Took it off. So I make fun of her, like, what are you doing, like in a cartoon or something? You're like writing down
I love that.
notes and stuff. And so, yeah, she was like flirting with me, and I was just there like not, doing much because I was just on my phone playing chess. And sometimes, like, I think once you develop yourself and you have the confidence and the energy, you don't really need to go out there and chase people. They will come to you.
Yeah, that's so funny. I was actually talking about that on my Instagram story 2 days ago. Just saying, like, when you are in your confidence and so sure of yourself and what you want, and, you don't settle necessarily. Like, people are magnetized to you. Like, they're drawn to you, and they can feel that energy.
Yeah.
I feel like personally I'm in one of those phases. Men just keep coming up out of nowhere, and it is fun to flirt. It definitely is. I don't know, for example, I was getting lunch with a client of mine on Sunday. This has never happened to me before. I'm like, I am in my element. This is great. Like, I see a guy across the table, and I can see him, like, kind of looking at me, like, a little bit here and there. But it's just, like, me being in my element, like, laughing. I'm really animated, like, just using my hands. And, like, people can pick up on that energy.
They can.
And when he's leaving, he comes up and hands me his receipt with his name and a phone number and says, "You're beautiful," and then walks away. And I was like, oh, what the hell? That's so cool. But it's just going back to that point of, like, just being sure of yourself. Like, I don't know, like, I see people across the street or just in a room, and I'm like, wow, they're glowing. Like, you can tell they're confident in themselves, like, in a really good way.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I journal about that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll journal about, so there's 3 things I journal about. And I got on a keto diet for about 90 days. And I work out. I've been working out. I used to teach martial arts, and I've been practicing that for over 15 years. But the keto is really helping, man. What you eat is helping a lot.
True.
Yeah. Like, if you want to get fit, yes, going to the gym is important. Build your strength, right? But also, like, you gotta work on your diet. So one advice, if I would give to my younger self, is focus on your diet. So important.
Yeah.
So important. So anyway, like, I'll journal 3 things. One is my fitness. So I'll write about. In fact, I'll give myself a score for the day.
I love that.
So I'll write. It's on my cell phone.
Yeah.
It's over there. It's right there.
Right over there.
It's you. Anyway, I'll write physical, and then I'll write a score on the side, like 1 through 10. I'll give myself a 9 today, or an 8 today, and then I'll write out, like, what kind of workout I did today. Like, today I did core, kickboxing, leg press, chest, triceps, and then like yesterday did yoga, etc. And then I also write out like what I ate today.
That's awesome.
Kept up with my keto. That's good. And then I ate protein meal. And then I'll score it like, oh, today's an 8. Good. And then next, I move into my second one, which is my inner development, my character development. I'll write I put it charisma. Because I'm trying to think of a word for it. I'm doing charisma. And then I'll give a score for that. And then I'll give my reasons why. And then the last one is my career. And then I'll do the same. So I believe in accountability. And I don't like to have boss telling me what to do.
Right.
I like to be my own boss.
Right.
And so having the accountability journaling, it only takes like about 5 to 10 minutes to write a very thorough, a pretty decent journal. And it can help you a lot, guiding you to the right path, helping you build a good momentum. I really believe it. Gives you the focus. It also give you take you away from distractions in life. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a big into journaling. And basically those events that I mentioned that I used to do here, I used to do a journal club in the park at Kate Sessions every Monday. And it grew into a really awesome community.
Wow.
And I actually got clients from it too, which was amazing. So I would basically come up with a topic. And I would also do it in a Facebook group that I had at the time and do it once a week, but that kind of died off. But in person, it's just better. So I'd pick a topic of, maybe self-sabotage or your goals or manifestation, just whatever people were going through. And then write 4 prompts, but we'd always start with 3 things we're grateful for. So write that down. And then I'd put on some lo-fi music in between when we were writing. But the cool part about it is I would say, if anyone's called to share what you wrote. And everyone wrote really similar things for each prompt. And that led into discussion. And it was, some people cry, some people laugh.
Wow.
Like, it's powerful. Journaling is so powerful.
I love it.
I eventually would love to make my own journal. Because people ask me all the time, like, how do you journal? Like, there's no right or wrong way.
I have thought that many times.
Yeah, like the way you just described it, I've never heard of a ranking system every day. That's amazing. I love that. I might take that. Just kidding. But
Take it, use it, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. But
I got the inspiration from somewhere.
I've heard something like that from like Tony Robbins, like at one of his events. Yeah.
Walk on the fire.
Yeah, that's so funny. I sold my car. I don't have a car here anymore, so I've been Ubering everywhere. And the guy was asking me who's like the top of your industry. I was like, Tony Robbins. He's like, he did the same impersonation. She's like walking on fire. He did the same thing.
You can do it.
Yeah, he was like this 50-some-year-old guy, like, oh, it doesn't hurt because I'm not here. Like, oh my God. But it's true. Yeah, journaling's amazing. I mean, I personally I do the 3 things we're grateful for every day, and then I literally just write about my day and then how I'm feeling, and then it trickles into maybe things I need to unpack or just want to go deeper into. Or if I'm just happy journaling. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. Do whatever feels good.
Got it, yeah. The journal that I used to do for my business was almost every single day, I'll write 3 wins for the day. So what are the 3 things you did today that's very good?
Yeah.
And then 1 daily insight. What is 1 thing you learned today? Just think of 1 thing that you learned today that's useful. And then the last one is 1 area of improvement. What is 1 area that you would like to work on? It was very, very helpful, helping me build my real estate business back
That's
in
amazing.
Utah. Yeah, because 3 wins, it helps you become positive, a positive momentum, because you're moving towards a good direction. Whether you picked up a new lead or you went to show some houses for your client. So those are positive. It gives you confidence. It helps you become more positive. a positive outlook of yourself and your career. And then one daily insight is then your mind will like shift and okay, gotta learn something today that would be useful to my business, and so I can put that into practice, one area of improvement, and then one insight and one area of improvement. What is one area of improvement? What is one thing I did today that I could do better? I could like probably work on and maybe tweak a little bit, and then have a higher success at it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's like getting 1% better every day.
1% better every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could get 1% better every day, man, that's huge.
Right.
So good. Yeah.
I just finished the book, The Slight Edge. Have you read it?
Are you a big reader?
It's so funny because I'm not. I definitely am, but I'm not. But I recommend books to people all the time. They're like, wow, you read a lot, or like, I really need to read that. I'm like, I don't know.
Keep saying, hey, I recommend this book to you, this book to you, this book. I only read the summary and the title.
Oh my God, Spark Notes. But I just finished it, but it's a really popular one, especially I feel like in the entrepreneur world. But basically it's just about, how your habits compound over time, getting 1% better every day.
Yeah.
And he's really emphasizes a lot in the book, like read at least 10 pages a day of a really motivational, inspirational book.
Okay.
And I have been doing that, and it's crazy because now I feel like I do read a lot because it really adds up over time. Because I'm a slow reader. I read really slow. I also left my Kindle on the plane like a month ago.
Oh.
So, and I don't really have space for paperback in my backpack. So I want to get back on the reading train. I need to figure that out.
Yeah.
I don't really want to buy another Kindle. Do you use Kindle?
No, I actually don't really read.
I feel that.
Motivational speakers don't really read much. I read my quotes on the leadership quotes group, and so my learning style is I read and then I reflect and then I take action and then I reflect. That's my process of learning. Sometimes reading, I feel like it's a little tedious, just like too much information overload. And that gets me a little sleepy. So if I wanted to go to sleep, I'll pick up a book and stare at it and then knock me out.
Yep, I read before bed and then I knock out.
I love to listen to podcasts and YouTube. Some really good YouTubers out there.
Yeah, for
very
sure.
Successful, very powerful with their information. I really, really appreciate them. And so I will work out. I do my workout and then I listen to YouTube or podcast. When I go for a walk or when I'm sitting I like to go out to eat by myself a lot. So talking about like, I know we talked about community briefly, right? I enjoy going out by myself a lot. Like,
Me too.
I'm very, very happy and confident and just, spending time doing picnic. In fact, I do a lot of picnic out here at the La Jolla.
Like by yourself?
By myself.
Yeah.
All the time, yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll buy some food and I'll go to La Jolla Cove and just hang out there.
Love it.
My flip-flop flopping around, yeah. And then sometimes I meet people.
Yeah.
I have my headphone on and just listen to whatever I want to learn. And then it's very good. It's better than sitting in a fucking classroom. You have the beach in front of you.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
The
Nowadays,
views.
we got the technology to learn however we wanted to learn, right? We don't need to sit down in the classroom listening to stupid professors telling us what to do. In fact, a lot of professors don't even know what they're talking about.
I know. It's like, got to implement what you're teaching,
Yeah.
I know.
Totally.
I know for a fact, like some of mine never did, kind of thing.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, I love education, but I love investing in myself for the education that I want to be doing with my life, and sometimes that isn't school. Yeah. I wish I had the number, but I've invested thousands into myself with like business mentorship, and that's also education.
That is education.
Yeah.
Yeah. So education is not necessarily all have to be in classrooms.
No.
Academic schools. There are so many ways to learn and grow ourselves. And sometimes when I meet people, they said that they're in the trade school or they're not in college, they're in trade school. I'm like, yes, you're one of the few that's not following the traditional college route. I did, Meagan did, right? I studied psychology. Am I using psychology? No. Did I learn much in psychology? Not really, no. theories, Floyd and Erickson, whatever crap. But I learned so much in real life by interacting with other people, by practicing what I learned, by learning through failures. And a lot of time, those challenges are your big life lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Your experience, your setbacks. Those are really life challenges. I could deal with those things if something happens to me. I'm able to emotionally deal with it. But somebody who are in classrooms, they experience those life challenges. They might jump off the building, or having a psychological trauma.
Yeah.
Therapist.
Yeah.
So I do recommend go out there and experience life, because there's a lot to experience in life.
That's how you learn.
That's how you learn.
That's how you grow.
Yeah. That's how you build yourself up.
Mm-hmm. That's why I love traveling so much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you love traveling so much?
Because it forces you to grow and to learn about yourself in ways that you never would have expected. I also love business for that reason too. Mm-hmm. I feel like starting a business has put me on the biggest spiritual path that I was never expecting. I can definitely say I'm a woo-woo girly now.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, we have a thunderstorm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and meeting people of all different cultures and communities. It's amazing to see. And food all over the world. Oh my God.
That's so true.
It's incredible.
A big foodie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best.
That's so true.
I love it. I mean, just, you never know who you're going to meet and how they can have an impact on your life. And I don't know. I feel like we don't need to stay in a bubble where we are.
Agree.
What is the percentage? It's like less than 8% of Americans have their passport or something like that.
Yeah. Less than 8%.
Why?
Yeah, because you're American. You can go to a lot of places.
Right.
Not like people from other countries where they cannot.
Yeah.
They don't have the opportunity. I talked to a gentleman like last week.
Mm-hmm.
He's like 75 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing laundry. Him and a group of men, they were sitting outside chit-chatting. And so I joined him. And I brought up what's one advice that you give to your younger self. So that gentleman, 75 years old, Wayne, his name is Wayne, he told me that if he would tell his younger self, he said, go see the world while you still... Because you're 75, your energy is not the same as when you're in your 20s.
Right. Yeah. Life is very, I mean, I don't know, but life is very different, I can imagine.
Life is very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're single, you have the energy, travel the world.
Yeah.
If that's what you want. You know. If you want to stay in a cave, do that too.
Yeah. It's really interesting. I had my first ever viral TikTok go viral. In like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And the comments are so out of pocket on this video. Some of them, it's like, I feel like half of them are like, yeah, you're so right. And the other half are like, oh, but money, oh, you have daddy's money. Oh, you've never worked a day in your life. I can't do this. I can't do that. It's like very much limiting beliefs as to why they can't do something like that, but they want to, even like move to the state next door. But you got to work for it. It's not like we all start at zero, you know, so you got to take that life for yourself and build it up the way you want to build it up. And if you want to go travel the world, like Wayne said, see the world,
you
got to do what you got to do. Got to make some sacrifices. It's not easy. Nothing's easy.
I also learned that in life, your time is super valuable.
Mm-hmm.
We only have, if we're lucky, we have 4,000 weeks to live in a whole entire lifetime.
That doesn't even sound like that much.
Doesn't sound much.
Yeah.
Only 4,000 weeks.
Oh my
One
gosh.
week just goes by like that, right?
Right.
Like I met you like a couple weeks ago or something, and then we're here. It's already like a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
Only 4,000 weeks, and you and I, we have already lived majority of that, like, or no, not majority, like a good amount of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 4,000 weeks.
That is so wild.
So it makes you value time much more, because once the time passes, we're not gonna get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight, you and I, before we go to sleep, we're gonna think about, oh, today is gone, and it's another day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Time's just gonna go by like that. So don't sit around and procrastinate. Get out there. Chase your dream. Right? Work on yourself. I don't know. Tony Robbins. What's Tony Robbins quote? Let's go do it. I don't know.
So I do want to go to one of his events. I'm scared. I know it's super intense, but amazing. It's okay. We'll do it one day.
He's gonna make you walk on a fire.
I would do it. I would do it. I think it'd be okay.
It's not hard. Yeah.
Just do a little run across.
Yeah, it's not hard. Yeah. In fact, yesterday I was like cooking my feet on the fire.
Oh, so you've already done it.
Not like cooking. Like, that was close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt the heat.
Yeah. I met a couple in Bali, and they went to one of his events, and they did the walking on fire. They said it wasn't even that bad.
Yeah.
They said because they put their mind to it, you know.
A lot of it isn't here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once you have the courage, it's easy.
Tony Robbins.
Yeah. Do you see yourself being a motivational speaker?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
It's funny because I've been reflecting a lot, especially what I want for this next year. Originally, I really, wanted a big company with my coaching and just to like build a massive empire. But I think I really just want a slow life. I want to own a lot of real estate. I want to make an impact on people. And I think I do that really well with speaking. I love speaking. I love being on podcasts. Like my tattoo, that's not here anymore. I like to inspire people, and I think I'm good at it. And maybe not like the top speaker in the world, but I definitely want to speak on stages, have opportunities. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, kind of my goal working backwards this year to that is to be on more podcasts and to scale my own a little bit more, because I feel like I haven't taken it that seriously the past few months when I started in August. So I really want to hop into it because it's so fun. Like, we're just talking and sharing really insightful conversation.
Yes.
So why not we can bring it to a stage. Why not?
Yeah. That's something I've been thinking about past couple months is I also use ChatGPT to learn about myself. I say, hey, what's some of my talents? Leadership, meeting new people, networking, and my interests. Love public speaking. Give me a microphone, a couple thousand people. Oh man, I freaking love it.
Yeah. It's fun.
And so ChatGPT say, yeah, you could look into starting a podcast, be a motivational speaker, be a confidence coach. So yeah, that sounds like something I wanted to do since college.
Yeah.
College, I majored psychology, and I wanted to be a motivational speaker. So right now I'm working towards that.
Yeah, it's just baby steps, and you can apply to different gigs. I don't think it's that difficult. And it's just, you just got to start,
Yeah, just got to
start small and then grow from there. One of my mentors, do you know who Jen Gottlieb is? I really love her stuff. She's an awesome motivational speaker. One of my mentors, that's her mentor. So she brought her in for a group call one day. And oh my God, this woman was just giving the tips left and right on just basically how she got started was just press, like get exposure to different platforms, different audiences, share your message, like pitch yourself to different, like, again, platforms, whether that's like media or other people's audiences, and just grow from there. And I love that. And that's kind of what I want to take this year as the approach. I remember sitting on that call and I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing. Just learning those ways to go about it. Yeah. I get exposure.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Do you know what's your personality type?
Oh, I don't know if I do.
Enneagram, Myers-Briggs?
I actually don't know. Oh, I forget my Myers-Briggs. What am I? I've done it before, like a really long time ago. My Enneagram, I think I'm a 3.
You're a 3.
I don't know what that means, though.
Yeah.
I'm a 3? What does that mean?
He's an achiever.
A cheerer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm cheery.
3 is someone who is efficient, get things done. Their motivation is recognition. Fame, recognition is important to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 3 tend to get a lot of things done in life.
I feel that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be you definitely seem like a 3.
Okay, cool.
Like motivational speaker, sales.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? What are you?
I was a 3.
Okay. You change?
You know, I think I believe it.
Okay.
But Enneagram professors may not. Them. I like to make my own kind of Enneagram.
Love it.
I was a 3. I've always like between 3 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What does 8
is
mean?
The challenger.
Okay.
8 is somebody who is bold, challenging. They tend to be leaders in groups. Mm-hmm. They're not afraid of conflicts. And 3 is, so 3 and 8 have a lot in common. 3, 8, 7, they are the assertive type in Enneagram. Mm-hmm. They're the most assertive in Enneagram. I think you might have a lot of 7 in you too.
I think I do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. If you like to travel, explore, learn new things.
Is it 2 that you usually are? Like a 3, whatever?
Wing, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm a 3-7. I'm pretty sure.
3-7, okay.
Whatever that means.
So when you go on Truity and you take the assessment based on your reality self, and then they will give you different scores. And so I got tested high recent months. Was 8, 3, 7. Those are my top numbers.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are the most assertive types. 7 likes to have fun. They're outgoing. They're very social. They're pretty chatty. 8 is aggressive. They're very passionate. Their motivation is to be independent and have freedom. And then 3 is achievement, getting things done, recognition based. Have all those, characteristics, but which one pop out the most for you? That's important to you. Yeah. For me, it's probably freedom right now. I enjoy my freedom. I don't want to be locked into a career that it's 9 to 5 and I have to work my butt off and I just waste my time in a cubicle or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. I wanted to do what I love.
Joy. Podcasting is fun. Yeah, let's do it, Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. That's what I value most right now. I could. One of my values is freedom.
Oh, one of your values is freedom.
Yes. So I couldn't agree more. That's it.
Yeah.
It's so important. I mean, I'd preach it blue in the face on my social media a lot. Just
about freedom.
Yeah. Freedom. Yeah, and it's just people don't think they can have it. Like they think they need to do things a certain way, but you can break out of that box and out of that mold and step into that life of freedom that you want. Like it's possible for you. You just got to take one step at a time and take messy action with it. I think belief is really important too, like being a little delusional about it. Yeah. I feel like I wouldn't have gotten to where I was this year if I didn't have a lot of delusion, like that I could do it. Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta take the risks.
Right.
Yeah. On my leadership quotes group, recently there was 2 people signed up to join to participate, and so they have to answer the question, the advice they give them to their younger self, and those 2 they mention about gotta take risk in life.
Yeah.
Totally agree with that.
Right.
Yeah. If you're not taking risk, you're not really living your life.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. So, took the risk to start a business. See a pretty girl sitting in the bar. Go talk to her. What is the consequence? She's not gonna chop your head off.
Right.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. I met this lovely couple this past weekend, and I love hearing how people met. I was like, how'd you meet? I need to know. She's like, we're at a bar. She's like, Chicago. And I just walked up to, I saw him across, it's like love at first sight. I saw him across the bar. Thought he was the cutest guy ever. She walks up to him and she just says, what's your name? You're really cute. And that was it. Yeah. So go do that. If you find that person across the bar, you think they're cute, go say, what's up? My name is
Name. Yeah.
It's easier for girls to do that.
I don't know. I feel like,
you don't think so?
I love when guys do that too.
I watched a
YouTube
social experiment
where this pretty good looking guy, he go out, talk to 100 women. Hey, do you want to have sex or something like that? And they'll social experiment, and
like, would be like 100% no. And then whereas women on the other side, just average woman, right?
She go out at the beach and talk to all different guys. Most to all guys, they're all stupid. They're all receptive to that.
Oh my God.
But they don't worry about STD somehow.